Hello. Thanks for stopping in. This is my first live stream on YouTube. We're working on this cable blanket that I shared a short of. See? Oh, I'm showing you. Yeah, I'm showing you the right side. There you go. So this is what I'm working on right now. It's nice to meet you, Camille. And right now I'm on row 24, and I have 123 rows to do and a border. So, do you crochet, Camille? You don't have 50 subs? Well, you just got to keep at it. I'm telling you, I'm never going to be able to get that monetization hour-wise doing crochet. YouTube has a streaming limit that you need, kind of like TikTok. Yeah, you're probably subbed to me. Yeah, thank you. So, I'm sorry, Camille, did you say that you crochet or cactus dude? Yep, my name's Heather. So that's why I named my business Treasures by Heather. Thank you, thank you. Do you have any questions about crocheting? How do you do it? Well, first you need a hook. So right now for this blanket, because I want it to be a little bit larger, I'm using a larger hook, which is a 6.5 millimeter, but they come in all different kinds of subs. Excuse me. So see, like, here's a smaller one. We got 3.5. I mean, they get even smaller than that. Let's see what this one is. This is a... No, that one's not. Get down into like the ones, and they're like so hard to see those stitches. And then also hooks come in different types of materials. So you can have like all metal hooks. You can have like plastic hooks. And you can also have these kinds of hooks that have like a little, kind of like an ergonomic handle, a little grip, which is nice. So I typically use those just because they feel better on my hands. Then you also need yarn. So hooks, they have a recommended size to go with yarn. So if you ever look at like a yarn label, like this is the yarn I'm currently using for my crochet stuff right now, you can see right there it says the medium, and then you can see knitting needles here and a crochet hook. So this probably says did 5 millimeter, and that's how you follow the sizing with the hook. Also, when you're working on patterns, you follow the pattern. And yeah, and you also have stitch markers, a bunch of other stuff. So I don't usually do blankets a whole lot. I'm typically doing the stuffed animals and selling them on Etsy. I don't have any here right in front of me. Most of them have been sold or they're where I teach crochet. So I guess that's just like a quick, brief, little overview of crochet. I teach all levels. Here in San Antonio, I teach kids usually every other Saturday, usually 7 and up. I teach adults, beginners, more intermediate to advanced. I just started like a sip and stitch club. So yeah, I'm still like expanding my business. And then when I teach crochet, I teach everybody basically the same thing about hooks, yarn weight. And then I get into teaching them how to use the hook and hold it, how to hold your yarn, tension, like all the tips and tricks. Like I will teach you from knowing absolutely nothing as a beginner. Patience. I tried to teach myself crochet a long time ago, and I just didn't have the patience for it, especially when I was in the military. Now that I'm retired, I, I'm chill. Like, I'm like, why should I get mad about little things? So, yeah, this is like one of the more challenging things I've done doing this blanket. So, it's just because, like, the stitches cross over each other, and if you mess up a certain row or anything like that, and it's not going under and over to create these braids here, you're gonna have to fix it, right? Because it'll be like an obvious mistake. Oh well, I'm assuming you're saying congratulations for my retirement, and yeah, it wasn't a pleasant retirement. I actually had a doctor while I was in the Air Force, an Army doctor, puncture my bowel and cause malpractice incident, and that ultimately led me being um, medically retired in 2021, and so I'm still fighting that malpractice case. Don't get me started on Social Security. So yeah, I'm always looking, to sell products, teach people, or help because I support myself and my mom financially. And yeah, we're struggling. They tried to repo my car last night, but luckily I came up with the money. But God, man, life sucks sometimes. But you just got to keep trucking on. So where are you from, Cactus Dude? Anywhere cool? And my uh, godmother, she lives in Bradenton. So my mom and I were maybe thinking about moving back, but not right now. I gotta just hang out in Texas for a bit. It's either here or Florida. Or in Florida. Hey, that's not too far from Tampa. I mean, obviously it's not like next door, but well, if you're gonna dono, I have a PayPal me link or um, like stuff like that. I don't know if I put my Cash App and stuff. There's no by clicking my icon for my name. It's probably laggy because I just had a phone call come through and then I had to, it's probably catching up. So I just put my phone on like do not disturb. Here's a picture of, oh no, that didn't work. We'll just go back to nothing. So the hardest things about crochet is like the first two rows. Um, I'm trying to think. Um, yeah, if you want to donate, you just have to probably click my name, and there should be a PayPal me. Well, it's that little icon. It's too tiny to see. I'm using my phone, by the way. Oh, Among Us is good. I haven't played that in a while. I played it a bit, obviously when it first came out. I'm glad the word sus came out of that. What other games do you play? I used to stream on Twitch for a while. My main thing I used to stream was Mario Tennis Aces. Roblox and Fortnite. I like that Fortnite had come out with the option of like no build play because I loved like the graphics and the look of Fortnite. I just didn't like the whole building thing. I haven't started streaming or anything like crochet on Twitch. I made an account and had it going, but my other one, which like I said, I haven't streamed on in a while, is Super Standalone. So are those the only games you play? Oh, I think my dog fell going up the stairs. So this is like where I have like one of these little tricky, complicated parts. See, I have these stitches here, but my next ones, I have to tuck behind them to grab those. So, it could be a little tricky. Sorry, I'm looking up something. Oh, now my birds are going crazy. Can you see the description in there? Just so you know, Mom, I'm streaming. All right. So I updated the description. So I put the links in there so that's easier for you guys to find it if you want to donate. Oh, you know, or actually, my Etsy shop, you can also buy stuff from there, and I can make you stuff too. If you'd rather get value for your money. Let's see here. All right, now I opened it, or I opened. I added my shop link to Etsy. Your card declined. You know that Kevin Hart joke was like, see how my bank accounts work is I have a checking and a savings account. I'm broke. I'm broke too. I think the whole country is broke. because of taxes. Yeah, taxes are great. Luckily, my VA benefits aren't taxable, but taxes are lame. Do I ever get bored crocheting, or in what sense? Nope. Crochet keeps me busy, and I get like gratification and a sense of accomplishment when I finish projects. Um, it makes me happy, and then I enjoy teaching people. So it doesn't really feel like a job to me. It's just like me, just chilling, watching YouTube usually, listening to music. It really helps like my mental health, and like makes me stop like overthinking things. So there's like a lot of pros to doing crochet for me. And if you go to my Etsy link for the shop, you can see some of the things that I've made, that I sell there, and you can kind of see some of the cool stuff I've done. Like I have Princess Peach, I have a one up, got really cool like Highland cow and a horse, Pikachu, Stitch, all kinds of stuff. I was playing Dawn of Defiance on my computer a little while ago, and I was like, let me take a break from this. I was getting tired of playing that. Just got back into Minecraft again, and I've been using the We Create mod. So I'm starting to learn about all that mechanical stuff and contraptions, and yeah. I still need to beat the new Doom. Looking forward to Dune Awakening coming out and trying that. I've been playing RuneScape, the new one, Dragon something or another. I don't remember what it was. What else? Asuka, uh, Enshrouded. I could name a whole bunch of games I played. Oh, the new Monster Train came out. Man, I got too many games. Tell you what. I enjoy games like Enshrouded and Valheim, and stuff where I can build like a little city, make a little house, just waste hours on building a house for no reason and totally forgetting about the quests. I play mostly on Xbox, but I also play on Steam on my PC. I have a Switch. I have a PS4. I have a Steam Deck. I have an Oculus. Yeah. The only really new stuff I don't have is like the PS5, and I'm not going to be getting a Switch 2 for a while. What about you? PS5. Yeah, I used to play a PlayStation like a long time ago when I was younger. That was my jam. And then when I was first in the Air Force, my friend, I was like, and he was like, all your friends are playing on PS5. I was like, all right, bet. Or, I mean, playing on Xbox. I was like, all right, bet. So that's when I started playing Xbox and kind of stayed with Xbox. But I always ended up getting a PlayStation for like exclusives, you know. I understand what you mean by said hi. You already said hi. Is it Jacqueline? Jacqueline? What? What pops up? How long did it take for me to crochet the blanket I'm working on, or just a project in general? So, like, this is what I'm working on right now. There's a little YouTube short on it, but that's only the first 15 rows. I am now up to row 24, so you can see it's kind of developing a lot more since I took that video. So I plan on taking another little shorts video when I get to row 30. Kind of like I'll keep posting progress ones. How long did it take me to learn? Well, not too long. I actually, you think I've probably been crocheting a lot longer than I have. I learned a few summers ago. I'd say probably maybe 2 years I've been crocheting, and I taught myself with YouTube, and my mom kind of had some experience with it because my grandma knit and stuff. So I got the basics down, but I was like confusing myself where to put my hook and what stitch. So my mom helped me with that, and then I just like took off from there, and I started making the stuffed animals. All right, Cactus. Well, it's great talking to you, and I hope you have a good Friday, and don't get in too much trouble over the weekend. Thank you. Yep, I feel the same way, and I love teaching people how to crochet. So I do that here like every Saturday here in San Antonio. I teach kids and adults and all levels, and I promote it for mental health reasons, just having a sense of accomplishment. So, do you crochet? Nope, not right. Oh, is it something you want to learn? You're more of a VR person. I've had a VR. I have a VR. I have the Oculus, but man, it like makes me motion sick. Like even back when there was the PSVR, I bought it and it came with Skyrim. Oh my god, that made me so nauseous. Like I'm good. Yeah, mental health is a big thing for a lot of people nowadays, and it's good to find a way for you to, manage it and find something that makes you happy so you can keep your mind busy and not constantly worry. kind of games do you like to play in VR? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, my mom's getting older too. She's 66. Yeah. Cuz I'm 37 and she turns 67 this year cuz I'll be 38. I Gorilla Tag. I'll have to check it out. I like the little simulator games, like when VR first got popular, like Work Simulator. And Beat Saber. I like Beat Saber, stuff like that. Thank you for subscribing. I haven't used my VR in a hot minute. The one I got, it came with my tech package when I went to school for game production, and it was to use it for like VR stuff, but we didn't really get into VR stuff. We did like a first person kind of level for our end project. Oh, well, it's a thought that counts. Thank you. Why are you now allowed to donate? Your mom says you can't. Well, it's probably a good idea. Man, life is hard right now, though, I'll tell you that. I was just telling Cactus Dude about all the issues I'm going through, and, you know, it's always nice to be able to help. You know, it's just me and my mom, and I just don't make enough money right now because I'm a disabled veteran, and my medical stuff keeps me from being able to work. So this is why I crochet and sell crochet stuff. Okay. Nope. Welcome back. Welcome back. Where are you from? Texas. We're in Texas. Sorry, I'm reading part of the pattern right now. I am also from Texas. Kilgore. I live in San Antonio. I retired here because I bought a house after I got medically retired from the Air Force. So I decided to stay. I was already all set up here, so might as well, you know. Oh, thank you for your support. Yeah, if I hadn't gotten medically retired, I would have been fully retiring this December. But I had malpractice happen, and Dr. Allen didn't know, and basically my career 15 and a half years. You know, so now I have PTSD and mental health stuff and scars and chronic pain and this and that and this and that. Whatever, keep on trucking. Yeah, it wasn't great. I was in the hospital for like 2 months and yeah, I almost died. But here I am. I'm still alive. So, man, yeah, that story. So anyway, that's another reason I crochet. Oops. I wouldn't say I'm like super religious or anything, but maybe more spiritual. You know, I'm definitely not like an atheist. No, I don't mind. I'm an open book. And oh, also thank you for the prayers. You know, send some extra ones out for me. Mm. Uh, I mean, I think there's a higher power, but I don't know. Some things I'm like a more scientific person, and I just don't believe in some things, but I also think, like, well, what happens if there is God? And, like, what happens if, like, I don't know, get me in a universe and space stuff, like, you know, religion is a complicated thing, you know? Yeah, I would never knock anyone's beliefs or anything. It's just like, I don't know, you know? Like, it's hard to have faith in something when it feels like the world keeps bringing you down, but other people don't experience the same hardships you do, you know? It's not like a fair world for everybody, but, you know, I don't know. That's why I guess you have faith, right? But anyway, enough about religion. Hi, Zelda. Might get a sneak peek of my cat walking by here. One of my pets. I'm sure you've heard my birds. Alright, you have a good Friday and a good weekend too. It was great talking to you. Bye bye. I see you.
You watching me? Yeah?
I'm on your For You page. What do you mean you're unsuccessful trying to stream? Oh, I'm sorry. You know, when I first started streaming on Twitch and even when I streamed, like when I streamed gaming on YouTube, I would never get any views on YouTube, and it took a while for Twitch too. You could always try getting on the TikTok gaming. Also, you have to consider what you're streaming and if it's an oversaturated market like Fortnite or Call of Duty, you know, games like that. You have a lot of competition trying to stream something like that. You gotta find a thing that no one else is really doing. I think that's why I used to get a lot of views when I would stream Mario Tennis Aces, just because there wasn't a lot of people streaming it. All right. Marsh. Get those bad guys in your dreams. She's dreaming. It's okay. My cat is very concerned about my dog dreaming right now. Right, Zelda? let's check it out. That's what we got so far. We're almost to the end of row 24. Got a little bit here. Here. Yeah, it's looking good. I can't wait for this blanket to be done. My other one was really simple. It was pretty simple blanket I did. I feel like you're trolling me, Cactus. Like, why would 50,000 AI jump into a stream? I've never seen that happen. I've seen some bots. I've never seen that. So you did it? Somebody else did it? Oh, yeah. That's Zelda. Right? Yeah. So cute. My dog's over here laying down. I tried to turn a little bit so you could see her, and then if you look over here, my birds are over there. They're sleeping right now. They were screaming earlier. Right, Zelda? Right? She's assaulting me right now with her tail. Yeah, it sounded like earlier he had tried to run up and maybe missed the bottom step because it was like, "Tudum." Yeah, the same dog. His name's Hershey. But I couldn't verify that he did because I was. I can see the stairs from here, but I can't see the stairs. Oh, it was my dog because I think he was horsing around and he was trying to run up the stairs real fast and it didn't pan out for him. He's also a lab, so he's not full of grace all the time. think after I finish this row, probably be heading off for the day. Been live for a little over an hour now, so I'll try to do this, you know, more often. Hang out, talk with you guys, answer any question you guys have. What are you doing? You better put that paw down. Something's not adding up here. Maybe I missed a stitch in the row prior, but hey, how are you? When are you coming back? The new blanket I was telling you about that I've been working on. I am on row 24 finishing it up. I only have 199 to go. And a border. trying to figure something out here, and that's why I didn't look right away. Trying to figure out where I need to put this extra crochet on. I think I'm gonna put it here. Hi. I'm finishing up this row and then I am going to be headed off of YouTube. Been streaming for about an hour and 15 minutes. Just trying something new. If you guys got any questions, feel free to ask while you're here. How's the rubber duck going? Is it finished yet? Oh, well, I hope I see you soon. You having a good summer break so far? Oh yeah, tell your mom and dad that not next week, but the following week I'm gonna be doing Minecrafting camp. How do you stop it from missing a stitch at the end of the row when starting anew? Hi, Liz. Are you talking about when you finish a row and before you chain to turn, you keep skipping the end stitch? So let me show you here. So if you're doing something like double crochets, single crochets, or something like that. So you see how like I'm working across this top piece right here right now, right? So when you're looking at it and you see the little braids here, you see them? When you get to the end and you're looking at it, there's always gonna be, let me see if I can find it right here. There's always gonna be one little braid left. So a way you can remember where that braid is every time you start a new row, after you do your first stitch, put a stitch marker under that stitch. So when you come down, say this is row 1, right? You put a stitch marker in. You come down, when you start row 2, put another stitch marker in. And when you come back down row 2, you're going to see the stitch marker where you placed it in row 1. And that's going to tell you it's its last stitch. And then once you understand what you're looking for, then you won't have to use those stitch markers anymore. The other thing I like to tell people is make sure you're obviously counting your stitches in your row. If you're practicing, start with like an odd number. So like chain 11 or chain 21. And then that 11th or 21 stitch, that's the stitch, the first chain you're skipping when you start that second row. So after that, you're always going to have 10 or 20. And make sure every time you finish that row, you still have 10 or 20 or whatever you decide to chain every time. Then you know you're not missing stitches. So I hope that was helpful. There's a video on my page. I believe it's going to be in the beginner's lesson for left and right-handed. There's an area I think I talk about that and kind of show what I was trying to say, but from like your crocheting perspective. Okay, I'll be here. You let me know. And if you're having trouble with it, let me know. And this weekend, I can do a little video for you talking about like tips and tricks from camera down facing my work perspective and try to show you what I meant about looking for those braids or placing the stitch markers, okay? Liz, I am working on a cable blanket. It's my first one. Hang on, sorry, I'll make sure this doesn't pull out. And I have a short about it, but that was only to row 15. So this is currently up to row 24. I'm finishing this last area here. Let me put this behind so it's not in your view. So, keeps going. And we got a little bit here. And then coming across to the end. So I really love how it does like that braid kind of basket weave, but you know, in a cable instead. It was really challenging to start this blanket, but luckily I finally figured it out. But I'm telling you, I took like 3 hours putting stitch markers in the spots I needed to hit because it wasn't working out at the end of my chain because I chained 169. I was supposed to have 166 stitches, And it was a nightmare. Thank you, thank you. You know, yellow is typically my favorite color, but I am growing fond of like a pastel pink or like a magenta, you know, and it's pleasant to look at. This blanket, I use these when I go to like my medical appointments to keep warm. And so I have this blanket I'm working on, and I have another one I did a while back. What do you like to crochet? No, I'm not lying. Uh, I've had it used to be orange a long time ago, and then nope. One day I just started liking yellow. My first Mustang was yellow, and then I ended up getting like a 2015 yellow Mustang. Um, but for some reason now I like buying my cars in like that dark gray color too. So it's kind of the colors I switch between. But no, for sure, like bright yellow. You know, it's funny. One of my good friends too. Her favorite color is yellow. I haven't met many people with a favorite color yellow. I don't know why people hate on yellow. I wonder what the most favorite color is in the US. Like top three. Probably like blue, green, and red. Probably the primary colors. Okay, here we go. Good story. So I was teaching a kids crochet class like 2 Saturdays ago, maybe. And there was this little girl I was teaching, and you know, just to break the ice when I first meet the kids, I was like, "Hey, what's your favorite color?" Right? She did not say purple. She said violet. I said, that's a very specific purple. I said, it's not purple. It's not plum. It's violet. So I kept giving her like a little bit of joking, you know, about it. So I'm actually seeing her on Sunday for another crochet class. So man, kids are so funny. I had another kid. I was trying to explain to him how to do increases, and I, I asked him some kind of like, hey, if you have 8 stitches in your row right now and you need to get to 16, how many stitches would you need to put in each stitch? And he like panicked. He was like 48. And I said, no, that's 8 times 6, my friend. And I had this other little girl that I teach all the time. She said, it's, she goes, what grade are you in? And then, you know, time passes by and I sat down. I was sitting on her right side and he was kind of diagonal from us. She goes, you're in 5th grade, or he's in 5th grade and he doesn't know how to multiply. I said, you know he can hear you, right? Kids are fun to teach. I have a kids class tomorrow, actually. I think I have 5 kids. And I have a 10:30 class with a mom and her 2 kids, and then I have just a one-on-one at 3 to 5 tomorrow. So I got a busy crochet day tomorrow. Last week I didn't have anybody. Yeah, it's a good, it's a good thing for me. When I was in the military and I taught people how to do, our job all the time. So all I had to do was, I learned this new skill, and there was a girl actually who was teaching prior to me, and she got orders to move, and it was just right time, right place. I saw it on a Facebook group here in San Antonio, and I talked to Jen, and she hired me, and so I've been teaching there since for about over a year now. And yeah, I have adults and kids and beginners all the way up to intermediate and more advanced. And it's nice to see people happy. I do get the occasional like crier in the kids class, and it makes me feel so bad. But, I try to explain to them, like the beginning part of crochet is the hardest. And then once you start to get in a rhythm and you know what you're looking at, it gets a lot easier. I was like, and even I don't know everything. Like sometimes I haven't done a stitch in a while and I gotta look it up. Or they name some crazy stitch I've never heard of and I have to look it up. I mean, just like this blanket, I was struggling to start it because it wasn't adding up and the way she wrote her pattern didn't make sense. And so I had to teach myself your pattern. So everybody in crochet, knitting, or any kind of hobby is usually always learning something. And, you know, it is what it is. They either come back or they don't. But yeah, I've had a lot of people come back. It's usually mostly kids, and we make different little projects. So like with my kids classes, we've made some rubber ducks. I have a tutorial on that and some little shorts. Ben the chicken, I think I have a short of. We made him. We did some jellyfish. We didn't finish the crab, but we started a crab. Me and this other girl in crochet camp last week, we started a husky, like a little chibi husky. And 2 weeks from now, I'm doing like a Minecraft theme thing. So it's fun. I enjoy it. Doesn't feel like a job. I always feel weird like saying, yeah, I gotta go to work. It doesn't feel like a job. It just feels like, oh, I'm going to crochet and I happen to be paid for it and people are there crocheting with me. What kind of stuff do you like to make? Little worms? Ah. Um have you seen the worm? Is it the worms that they do those little, like the little googly kind of eyes that has the plastic thing? You seen those? Oh, actually, he doesn't have a face yet. But I actually have one of these. It's on my little handbag. So he lives there rent free. Mosaic patterns. That sounds cool. I don't know much about mosaic patterns. I do make little crochet slippers for people, like these little ballet slippers that I sell. Thank you. So that cupcake, he's it's based on a red velvet one, but I plan on making a whole bunch of other ones. Oh, I got one more. Here he is. Meh. This one here is going to my friend in Houston. Sorry, he's got a little bit of dog hair on him. He is a lemon cupcake with some chocolate frosting. And then he's gonna have like a little bit of a whip cream thing here and a strawberry. He's kind of like a different version of the bigger strawberry one I did on my shorts. Thank you, thank you. I eventually want to make a little dumpster fire. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, they should be under my shorts. All my little small amigurumi projects are usually there. Alright, I am down to my final stitches of this row. Sorry, I'm reading something real quick. Make sure I do this part right. Halloween? You have like videos of them? Do you post them on like your YouTube or anything? Sorry about my teenager breakout here. All right. So, before I go, let's show one last view of 1 to 24, and then I will be making a shorts video for when I get to row 30 to update the progress. See if we can break that 1.4K views on that one. I think the best video I've ever had short-wise is my Pikachu one. All right. Well, thanks for everybody who tuned in, and let's keep doing this more often. It was nice speaking to you all, answering your questions, sharing my work, talking about your work. I hope you have a great Friday. I may see you over the weekend, but if not, I will get back to doing this again next week. So happy Friday and have a great weekend. Bye.